everyone, my name is Gitika and this is our demo video session and the topic I have choose is nutrition in animals. Yes. So starting from the topic, I have a very interesting story for you. You know what? A long time ago there was a owl's cafe. What was the name of the cafe? The Owl's Interesting Cafe. So one day, a lion came into the owl's cafe and he said, "Grrr, Owl, I'm very hungry today. Give me food right now." What does the owl say? "Yes, sir, please come and sit. Here's your platter of fresh flesh meat." Yes. He said this is a major source of energy for you because you are a carnivore. Yes, what are carnivores? Flesh eating animals are called as carnivores. Then the next day, an elephant visited that cafe. He said, "Owl, I'm very hungry today. Please give me the food." What does the owl say? "Yes, sir, please sit. Here's the platter full of fresh leaves for you. Fresh bananas, fresh leaves for you. Because you are a herbivore." Yes, plant eating animals are called as herbivores. Then the next day, there was a monkey. He said, "Owl, I'm very hungry today. Give me food." The owl said, "Yes, sir, come here. This is a plate full of plants and fresh meat insects for you. Because you are a omnivore." Yes. So the plant and flesh, both eating animals, are called as omnivores. We have learned about three things: herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores. They are all together comes under the heterotrophs. And what exactly is heterotrophs? What is heterotroph? Yes, heterotroph are those animals which are dependent on others, like on plants or on other animals for their food. They are dependent on others. Okay, so they are heterotrophs. And what about autotrophs? Auto means self. So the autotrophs makes their own food by the process of photosynthesis. Yes, absolutely right. We are talking about plants, our beloved plants. Yes. Then coming back to the topic, what basically nutrition means? What basically the term nutrition means? So whenever I fall ill, my mother gives me soup. My mother gives me soup and healthy vegetables and fruits. Whenever I eat those, my body gets nutrients. It uses those nutrients for energy, for growth, for repairing the body, right? So in a very easy and basic language or a basic definition I can give is, what nutrition is: the intake of food, the intake of food and its utilization by my body is called as nutrition. Is called as nutrition. Yes. Now whenever we eat food, uh, the basic component of food is carbohydrate. You know that the basic component of food is the carbohydrate, the king of the food, the carbohydrate. So it is present basically in the complex form. Complex form में carbohydrate present है, so our body does not utilize it in that form. So what happens? Our body first break down those complex form of carbohydrates into simpler ones. So the breaking down of the complex substances into the simpler ones is called as digestion. Yes, it is called as digestion. And there are two methods in which complex substances are broken down into simpler ones. The simpler ones are such as glucose. We are talking about glucose. Okay, which is the main fuel of our body. Have you seen cars and vehicles and machines? Yes, they use petrol and diesel to work. Yes, our body is also like that. We also need fuel, but not petrol and diesel. We need glucose. Yes, we need glucose. And from where we derive glucose? From where we get glucose? From the food, from carbohydrates. Yes, they are complex sugars. When they break down into simpler ones, they are glucose. Our body uses it as a fuel for energy, for repairing of damaged parts, for growth. Okay, so what happens? What are the two main types in which the complex substances are broken into simpler ones are? The physical method and the chemical method. What is the physical method? Our teeth. What is the physical method? Our teeth. Yes, the physical method is our teeth. While we chew our food, it breaks down into simpler ones, right? Simpler course, right? And the chemical method is, in our body there are different type of acid and enzymes present. Like one of those like present in our mouth is salivary gland, right? They helps to break down the complex substance into simpler one. Yes. And what happens? Have you ever wondered what happens with the food we eat? Yes, whenever I take a bite of a chapati, it enters into my buccal cavity. What we call the oral cavity, we call it buccal cavity also, right? Where teeth, where saliva and salivary glands are present, right? Then the food breakdowns by the help of teeth. Yes, by the help of saliva. It goes into the stomach by the help of esophagus, the food pipe. Yes, it goes through the food pipe into our stomach. What is the shape of our stomach? It is a J shape. Yes, the food goes into the stomach, and then in the stomach it converted into a soupy paste like structure. Yes, it it forms like a soupy paste like structure. Then from the stomach, where it goes to the small intestine first. In the small intestine, and what happens in the small intestine? All the nutrients from the food are absorbed by the small intestine, and those nutrients are sent to the blood. क्या कर रहा है स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन? न्यूट्रिएंट्स ले रहा है हमारे फूड से एंड गिव्स टू द ब्लड. जाओ हमारी बॉडी को एनर्जी प्रोवाइड करो, जाओ वर्क करो, एसिमिलेशन करो. We will talk about assimilation later. Yes. Then what comes after? After small intestine, the food goes into the large intestine. And what happens in the large intestine? The water get absorbed and all the indigestible food forms fecus, form food or excreted out from our body, from the rectum, from the anus basically. Okay. So from the mouth to the anus, there is a canal. What is it? This is a canal, and we call it as the alimentary canal. I have a diagram of our alimentary canal. See, this is our alimentary canal from the mouth to the anus. This is our buccal cavity. The oral cavity is where teeth, saliva, salivary glands are present. The food goes from the esophagus. This is the food pipe. It goes into the J-shaped stomach. See, this is a J-shaped stomach. And then from the stomach, the food goes into the small intestine. In the small intestine, there are small, tiny fingers like villi are present. Thread like villi are present in the small intestine walls, which absorb all the nutrients from the food. Okay. And then the food goes into the undigestible food goes into the large intestine. This is the ascending colon, this is the transverse colon, this is the descending colon. Okay, it goes into the large intestine and excreted out from the body through the anus. Yes, this from mouth to the anus is called alimentary canal, in which different organs participate, right? There are different enzymes and glands also, like salivary glands produces saliva, liver produces bile juice, pancreatic glands produce pancreases produce pancreatic juice. Yes, there are 5 digestive processes also. Okay, you know that. First is ingestion, the taking in of food, the food which I am taking inside my mouth. It is called as ingestion. It is called as ingestion. Then digestion, the breaking down of complex substances into the simpler ones. It is called as digestion. Then absorption. Absorption takes place in the small intestine. Yes, absorption of nutrients from the food, it takes place in the small intestine, right? That is absorption. And then comes the assimilation. What is assimilation? Yes, what is assimilation? Assimilation is the utilization of that nutrients, the utilization of those nutrients by our body. It is called as assimilation. And then comes the egestion. What is egestion? The fifth one is egestion. The excretion of undigestible food from our body is called as egestion. Yes, it was the very basic concept of nutrition in animals. The much we go into the deep, the more knowledge we will gain. Okay, so thank you for this session. I'm very grateful for this video session. Thank you so much.